No matter where we are, we're constantly breathing in and out, but not all air is created equal. Sometimes it has high concentrations of harmful gases and toxins that can affect our comfort, productivity, and health. Sometimes we're even breathing in toxins and particles that our bodies can't filter, such as radon and asbestos. According to the Health and Environmental Alliance in the EU, optimizing indoor air quality, or IAQ, to minimize harmful compounds like these can make a huge difference in reducing respiratory illnesses. People living in unhealthy buildings are actually 40% more likely to suffer from asthma, for example. And indoor air quality can also affect productivity. In fact, poor indoor air quality can reduce productivity by about 6 to 9%. So what is indoor air quality? Indoor air quality is simply the quality of the air in an indoor space. It's affected by pollutants, gases, airborne particles, and everything else that makes up the air you breathe in an indoor space. Having high indoor air quality means the air in that space promotes health and comfort for occupants. But it's not only IAQ that affects the well-being of people in a space. Other factors like lighting and temperature are also very impactful. When you measure IAQ along with factors like these, you're actually measuring for something called indoor environmental quality, or IEQ. 3 of the most impactful factors on our health, comfort, and productivity are thermal comfort, visual comfort, and air quality. First off, let's talk about thermal comfort. Thermal comfort refers to temperature, humidity, and airflow. According to the results of a 2016 survey on job satisfaction, the biggest complaint people have about their work environment is actually temperature, and this is not without foundation. Research has found that 22% of workers have difficulty concentrating in an office that's too hot, while 11% have the same difficulty in one that's too cold. Remember, a lack of concentration also costs employers money. Being too cold can be detrimental in other ways too. It can increase blood pressure and slow down your metabolism, and slow metabolic rates are actually linked with less effective immune systems, heart problems, and an increased risk for developing type 2 diabetes. But thermal comfort isn't just about having the ideal temperature on the thermostat. It's 22 degrees Celsius, by the way. Thermal comfort is about how the combination of temperature, humidity, and airflow affects our comfort and health. When any one of these things is off, it can make us feel either too hot or too cold. Humidity, for example, should be between 30 to 50%, meaning the air should be holding between 30 to 50% of the maximum amount of moisture vapor it can contain. Then there's airflow to consider. Buildings need proper ventilation, of course, but ideally there should be no drafts or temperature inconsistencies throughout a space. If an employee is sitting right underneath a vent, for example, they might complain that it's always too cold, even if other people are complaining about the heat. In a 2006 study, they tracked for errors made by participants, and when they experienced the ideal temperature, errors actually fell by 44%. So thermal comfort is an important factor when optimizing the indoor environmental quality of a space. Next, let's talk about visual comfort, which refers to light intensity and the color temperature of lighting. Think about how you feel in a room with a warm glow. The color temperature of the lighting in a room like this is around 2800 to 3000 Kelvin. It might make you feel a little bit sleepy because it triggers the production of melatonin, which is also the chemical that's naturally released at the end of the day in line with our circadian rhythms. Now think about a conference room with lots of windows that let in natural daylight. The color temperature of the lighting in a room like this would probably be between 4500 to 5200 Kelvin. Lighting in this range triggers the release of serotonin, which is a chemical that cells produce to help boost energy levels, among other things. Using the right color temperatures at the appropriate time of day is a great way to complement our circadian rhythms, which can improve sleep productivity and can even help with supporting regulating body temperatures and eating habits. By the way, something called the Kruithof curve documents the relationship between illuminance levels and color temperatures in lighting. This curve defines a range where the two complement each other for the best visual comfort, and you might find it interesting. Let's finish up by diving a little bit deeper into air quality. As I mentioned before, indoor air quality refers to the quality of the air that we breathe in an indoor space and how it affects our overall well-being. There are so many different compounds that make up our air, so how can we ensure that we're taking all of these things into consideration when we optimize for air quality for health and comfort? Well, that is where the Air Quality Index, or AQI, comes in. The AQI provides a measure of how polluted the air around us is. It measures concentration levels of things like CO2, carbon monoxide, VOCs, nitrogen dioxide, and more, and applies a rating to the air. Basically, the lower the number on the index, the better the air quality, and it's as simple as that. You can get an AQI rating for your own indoor spaces by using IEQ sensors, or indoor environmental quality sensors. Most of us spend 80 to 90% of our time indoors, so it makes sense for us to want to know if the air we're breathing is healthy and if our indoor spaces are conducive to healthy, productive lives. Using IAQ sensors to monitor thermal and visual comfort levels as well as air quality is a great place to start. Optimizing these things not only helps people be more productive and comfortable, but also prevents many illnesses caused by long-term exposure to unhealthy conditions. I'm Erin from Argentum, and we provide an intelligent electrical system for buildings. Our system includes IAQ sensors that enable you to monitor, control, automate, and optimize 8 important parameters that improve thermal and visual comfort as well as air quality. If you're looking into new solutions to monitor and improve the air quality and comfort of your building, check us out online at our website at argentum.ai, and I will see you in the next one. And if you liked this one, make sure to hit like and subscribe for more videos like this.